is it's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over the top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about, the shooting guard position, especially at the top, with, let's say, T-Mac, Tim Thomas, KG, Terry, how do you rank those guys? Now, that's what this video is going to cover. We're also going to be covering that, 10 through 5 range, which is pretty close, pretty tight as well. Now, before we dive any further into this video, again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate all the recent support. Y'all have been going absolutely insane, and I truly am really grateful for that. Now, at number 10, we're going to plug in a guy that I don't use anymore, but I still love. It's Galaxy Opal Eddie Jones. Now, why do I love Eddie Jones? He has the amethyst slide, a really good release, Pro 2 leaner, which I personally like. Trey size up is good, and defensively, he is absolutely incredible. Now, I don't run Eddie Jones anymore, and why? Because, again, there is a lot of people in that 10 through 5 range that you can get for free, who I just like a little bit more. But Eddie Jones was honestly a pretty good value, and I know a lot of people locked him in for that specific value, and it wasn't bad, right? Because at the time you locked him in, he was a top 7 or so shooting guard in the entire game. But it's just, I hate to say it, Eddie's time has kind of come. He came, a little over a month ago. His time has came and went. It's not that he's bad, it's just that there are better overall options at this point in my team. A guy I like a little bit more than Eddie Jones, and it's crazy because Eddie Jones came out, and then the following, I think the following Friday, we saw this Ricky Davis Galaxy Opal, who, look, I'm going to be biased for, okay? He's from Iowa, number 1. That's why I'm going to be biased for. And number 2, we used him earlier on this year, and he was absolutely incredible. Seth Curry base with the Oscar upper on him very quick, as well as has that normal leaner. Now, Ricky Davis's release, it's interesting because I wouldn't even sit up here in front of you guys and lie and say it's a super easy release to time, because I don't believe that, right? I do think it's a good release, but I don't think it's necessarily one of the easiest releases in the game to green with. Now, with that being said, he can create his own shot with the best of him, and his release is quick. I'm personally not that good with his release, at least yet. I still do use him on my No Money Spend account. I would use him on my Xbox account. No, never mind, I wouldn't. Because, again, there are just some other free shooting guards who I like a little bit more. But I did use Ricky on my Xbox account for quite some time. He's relatively cheap. Definitely a card that you guys can pick up and have some success with. At number 8, we're plugging in the free Billy Knight. It was a battle, right? And on my Xbox account, I basically had a position battle between Billy Knight, Ricky Davis, and Eddie Jones. Because I, about a month ago, had them all and was like, who is the best option out of them? Initially, I thought it was Eddie Jones. Then I went to Ricky Davis. I couldn't green consistently with him. And the option I settled on was the free option in Billy Knight. Now, is it free card bias? Maybe, right? If Ricky Davis would have been free, then maybe I would have settled for him. But I do love Billy Knight. Starts with the Rudy base, Oscar upper on quick. If you know anything about me, you know I love the Rudy base. Because I still, to this day, play Rudy. Why do I still play Rudy? I don't know. I might be a fool for it. But I still do play the card. I like the card. He has a release that I can basically green every shot with. And I think that needs to matter at some point at that stage. Combine that with the fact that Billy does have the normal leaner, Asta slide, good dribble six, and plays great defense. I'm a pretty big fan of Billy Knight. Glad I got him for free because he has played for me for quite some time. Obviously, you have the Bantam duo. He's going to be even better. At number 7, Galaxy Opal Gertrudis Ilgauskas. You could have this card, in my opinion, all the way up to number 5. For me, I think 7 is the perfect fit. Now, why is 7 the perfect fit for Big Z? Because, look, offensively, he's a masher. It's not like you're going to get Big Z and he's going to be your primary ball handler. No, he's going to knock down shots and he's going to be able to mash for you. That's what Big Z is going to be able to provide. Now, on the flip side, does he give you much else? I mean, no. Defensively, I low-key like him defensively, and it's weird because his defensive stats aren't good. But the reason I like Big Z on the defensive side of the ball, the defensive end of the court, is because of this. You can play him on defense. You can put him on a guy like Taco on Yao, and he can hold his own. And then you can play like a Thurl Bailey at power forward and be just fine with it. I like Big Z for that reason more than anything in my team. Coming in at number 6, we got the evoed up Dark Matter Jimmy Butler. Now, I've said it before and I mean it. Jimmy loses a lot of value when you play him as shooting guard instead of point guard. Why? Because all of our best ball handlers, who you guys are going to see really soon, or even you've already saw, Ricky Davis, Billy Knight, are at that shooting guard position, right? The meta right now in my team is to run a lock basically at the 1, unless you've got, obviously, Luka Doncic. And then at the 2 to run your primary ball handler. That's just kind of the way this year has went. That's where the game is at right now in my team. And, you know, that's why Jimmy does lose a little bit of his value at the shooting guard position. Now, what does he gain? Well, with the Evo, obviously, gets those 40 Hall of Fame badges, which is just absolutely crazy. And his stats are basically that of an invincible. Now, what are the Hall of Famers? Most of them are shooting. Again, gets the Hall of Fame range, which is valuable, as well as a ton of other badges in there, you know, for Jimmy Buckets. I like the card. Again, is his release one that you can use with a primary ball handler? I don't know. I think it's better as like a secondary ball handler. I'll hold true to the fact that I do like Jimmy at the point guard position more. But at the shooting guard position with 40 Hall of Famers, he's at number 6 for me on my list. At number 5, we're plugging in my starting shooting guard on both my Xbox as well as PlayStation account. That man is Dark Matter Steve Smith. Now, if you don't think this game is pay to win, I'm going to show you why it is here in 1 second, okay? Again, this is just me, my personal opinion. If you don't think this game is pay to win, I'm going to basically explain why it is, okay? Steve Smith, a card I absolutely love, comes in at number 5. Now, why is he not higher? It's because everybody else is so expensive. Like, that's why, but they're also really good. Steve Smith, probably your best budget, your best free shooting guard in my team, 6'8", can compete at the highest level. LaMelo base on very quick, 48 upper smooth, Trey leaner, MJ dribble style. Card has a lot going for him in general. Again, 30 base Hall of Famers. I love this card. I just can't put him any higher. Like, objectively, I can't. It's the way it is. Coming in, and you'll see why. Coming in at number 4, at a position, KG. You just can't debate that KG isn't better than Steve Smith. You can't have that debate because KG is better than Steve Smith. It's just the way it is. Do I wish Steve Smith was better? Absolutely. Because, you know, I would love a top 4 shooting guard in my team, but he's just not. KG, absolutely elite. Doesn't have Hall of Fame range, but everything else about the card is perfect. Offensively, not probably as good as Steve Smith, but on the defensive end of the court, when I'm looking at this list, I do believe KG is number 1 as far as a defensive shooting guard in my team. I don't think you're going to find a better defensive shooting guard in the entire game. Coming in at number 3, Dark Matter Terry Dishinger. So KG is what? 400K, 500K. Terry Dishinger, you have to lock in over $1 million MT. And you're wondering why I couldn't put Steve Smith higher. It's because of this. It's pay to win. Terry Dishinger at number 3 probably has the quickest KPJ base in my team. Again, the Melo makes it really quick. It's not necessarily the easiest time. Probably the quickest in my team. Normal leaner, Francis size up. If you're a dribble head, if you like to 3 hunt, you're going to love that Terry Dishinger. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Both of our Tim Thomases come in here at number 2. I'm going to put them at the same place because, again, they're going to give you nearly the same thing. Now, obviously, the hero Tim Thomas is better than the interdimensional Tim Thomas. And if you get the hero Tim Thomas, you can make the debate he's better than my number 1. Now, here's the deal with Tim Thomas. Here's the deal. You're either really good with Tim Thomas or you're not good with Tim Thomas. Like, I saw a tweet about it last night, and it's so true. When it comes down to Tim Thomas, there's no in between, okay? I think a lot of it has to do with that Trey upper. The Trey upper is one that it's kind of hard to explain, okay? You either love it or you don't. I don't like Hidu Turkoglu because he's got the Trey upper. That's literally it. And there's some days, like with the Trey upper, I'll be greening every shot with it. Meanwhile, there's other days I won't be able to green anything with it. And that's the problem with it. Other than that, Tim Thomas is 6'10 at the 2. Can move way better than KG. Some people might be asking, KG's taller, has the LaMelo base. Why is Tim Thomas better? It's really simple, really easy. Tim Thomas is just going to move and create way better than a guy like KG. Both TTs are incredible, coming in at number 2. And at number 1, Radiant Tracy McGrady. I don't know why, I don't know how we got this card on February 24th. That is nearly 2.5 months ago. We saw a Dark Matter Tracy McGrady, who is still our best shooting guard in the game. We saw our best center and our best shooting guard in the game on February 24th, and yeah, it was even earlier, January 20th, respectively. I don't know how else to phrase it, but that's just the truth. Did I want T-Mac to be this good for this long? No, but it's the way it is, right? And a lot of the T-Macs you're going to see are going to have 40, 50 Hall of Famers because he's just been the best for so long. KPJ based on quick, Oscar upper, normal leaner, MJ dribble style. Obviously good size up escapes. If you know a T-Mac, you know. Is he worth his price? No. But the problem with it, when you look at this shooting guard list, is my 1 through 4 are all over 300, 400K. 5 is free. 6 is above 300K. 7 is Big Z, about 100K. And then you're looking at the Ricky Davises of the world. There's not that many great budget shooting guards in my team. Obviously, the Shane Battiers of the world are still going to be really good. They're just not going to be quite to this level. I hate to say it, but after 2.5 months, Tracy McGrady is still our best shooting guard right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Let me know your thoughts on the shooting guard list down below in the comments. Who is I too high on, too low on? Who ultimately did I miss out on? Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.